say that residential schools affected me. Many people don't know about the real truth about what happened, both mentally and physically.
Residential schools has affected us as Indigenous people because of losing that sense of identity and having our culture pretty much stolen and taking away our spirituality, as well as through residential schools having that abuse, making it for people today intergenerationally have that trauma.
Because of the residential school, my reserve has lost our language, and we don't do traditional things like having a sweat lodge, or we don't even power dance over there. And we lost, only elders know the past, so they try and teach us, but then they're all too sick.
My community lost most powwows, most traditions. We don't have a medicine man anymore. And we don't usually I don't think we haven't had a Sundance in a long time. And not all of us can speak our language. And I can see that affected us severely.
I don't know who I truly am, and I really want to know who I am and where my ancestors came from. And that's really scary, not knowing.
You can still see the effects, with lots of Indigenous kids being in care, and through those systems, they're not always well displayed and not really taken care of. You definitely see it today, even through lots of people trying to find forms of healings through addictions.
Well, I know for one that the young people, the youth, are mostly into alcohol, and that they picked it up off families, relatives, friends. So those who went through the emotional scarring event, so after they finished, they may have went to the straight to the point of curing it through alcohol, through negative stuff, drugs.
I've heard of my grandfather, my great grandfather. I heard stories about him throughout my family. He was really abusive because of what he got taught in residential schools.
So it is really frustrating when people say, to get over it and that it was in the past, because it's almost like a forced forgiving. And you can still see in the communities today how it does affect us and how we are slowly, getting there.
The best way to get help is by reaching out to others, or doing the traditional ways, the culture. Going to a powwow, smudging, going to a medicine man, for sure. Doing traditional stuff, being with family.
Today, really heal through my culture, and having that taken away from me would be extremely emotional, impactful, and I wouldn't know how to take care of myself as a person and do that self-care.
I moved to the city and I met a few friends. They started drumming and I asked if I could join, and we started drumming all together. And throughout learning drumming, I learned to dance fancy saw. So I'm a fancy saw dancer. But it's sad that I learned that from my friends and not from my reserve.
really do believe that going to different cultural ceremonies really does help. Getting that, education towards the different teachings and being able to have people support you and learn how to connect with the land is really eye-opening, and I feel really strengthens ourselves, going to a sweat lodge and releasing that energy and sun dancing and having that time to just pray for the things that we need to heal.